Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I just need to play with makeup. I was hoping I wouldn't cry this soon, but a lot has happened since the last time I filmed. Without going into too much detail, I lost my grandpa over the weekend and everything has kind of been a whirlwind. I was thinking about whether or not I should film, and honestly, it's truly what I need right now. So today I'm just gonna be playing with makeup. It's just always been my escape. It's always been my therapy. It's always been a creative outlet for me. And I was thinking too that there's no way that I'm the only one who has dealt with something like this recently or, in your life at some point. Dealing with loss is something that unfortunately we all have to go through at some point. And so I wanted to film because I wanted you guys to know that I am thinking of anybody who has gone through loss recently, especially during this year. It adds another level of difficulty just with the circumstance in the world, and it's always been my goal for my channel to be an escape for you guys, and it's also been an escape for me always, and today is a day where I just need it more than usual. So I'm really hoping that today we can just be present and be still and just take a moment for ourselves to do something that makes us feel good. Just for a moment, because I think we all need to do that sometimes. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I wanted this to be, again, just an escape, and I appreciate you guys for being so amazing and for watching my videos and for creating this sense of community for me. I just know that we can all relate on so many different levels, and every single one of us, no matter where we are in the world, are going through something right now. And so I feel like there's not really a better time than now to come together and to support each other and to help each other out. If you're in the same boat as me in some way or another where you just need a little bit of a break from everything that's happening right now, grab your makeup, let's just play for a minute, and hopefully we can boost each other up. I really feel like it was important for me to film, and I know that my grandpa would have wanted me to continue sharing what I have shared. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing. I'm sorry that I'm crying, you guys. It's just, I have to, I feel like it's key for me, for my healing overall, but for today, for just an hour, I'm just gonna take this for myself and just enjoy creating with makeup. And I got to spend time with family over the weekend, which was so wonderful. Now we're all kind of trying to coordinate, as you guys know who have gone through loss. There's a lot of planning that goes into the days afterward, and so right now we're all just prepping for this upcoming weekend. So I personally am going to be filming my videos back to back in the next couple of days, so that way I can have a lot of time with my family this week. So it won't look different on your end. There will still be 3 videos this week. Again, it's just my personal escape and outlet, and it's what I need right now with everything that's going on. So yeah, I really wanted to share that with you guys because I didn't want to act like everything was fine and dandy when it's been a really, really difficult past few days. But with that being said, even though there are a lot of hardships going on in all of our lives, I've always believed that there are simultaneously amazing things to be grateful for and many miracles every day. And so I'm hoping that just being present all together today will help us all kind of get our minds off of things and help us regroup before we get back into everything. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. We're just gonna play with makeup. I've got some new things in front of me, some things I'm really excited about, some things that I've used before. There's not gonna really be a super deep purpose to this video other than I just miss creating something. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've got my, I thought I grabbed my under eye patches because my eyes just need a little extra TLC. I think I left them over there. Let me just grab them really quick. Oh, wait, nope, I found them. I am going to apply my Skin Iceland Hydro Cool Firming Eye Gels because, again, my eyes need a little TLC. And something that's really nice about these as well when you do your eyeshadow is that it catches the fallout, which is really great. So you're kind of getting multiple benefits from these under eye gels. I love these ones. These are my favorite, and they actually do help so much with depuffing my eyes. So I'm just trying to kind of line them up evenly so that my eyeshadow looks the same when I take it off. I'm gonna go ahead and should I do my brows first? I think I'm going to. I'm gonna quickly fill in my brows using my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm gonna use the shade 4. So I was thinking too, just with everything that's going on, like I was saying, I feel like it could be nice for all of us to maybe start a conversation in the comments down below. I would absolutely love it. Personally, if you would share with me anything that has helped you through difficult times. It's always nice to get advice from somebody who has gone through the same thing as you. So no matter what it is, I would love to know what's helped you through hard times. And I'll share a few things that have helped me this year in general. Yeah, I just think it's always nice to kind of remind ourselves of different ways that we can recover or heal from things, because again, we all go through something at some point in our lives, and most of us are going through something, and sometimes it's at the same time as experiencing something really great. But I would love to know what has helped you all, especially this year. So let's start a conversation down below and just create a sense of community and love. We all could use a little more of that right now. Okay, I think that's as good as the brows are gonna get for now. I'm gonna use my NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base just to prep the eyelid. I'm just gonna use my finger to blend out that product. Oh, also, I painted my nails a few days ago. I recently discovered this new nail polish brand. It's not new, but it's new to me. And they have the most incredible, glittery, holographic type shades, which are the shades that just inspire me the most. So anyway, I went to follow them on Instagram and I saw that they already followed me, and I had missed a message from them from like last April of them wanting to send me some polishes. So I got so excited. I responded and I was like, I'm so sorry I missed this. I just found your brand. I'm already obsessed. I would still love to try your nail polishes. And so they sent me the most amazing box of the coolest shifty holographic nail polishes. It's called ILNP. I'll have this specific shade in the description box down below. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But you guys, I was scrolling through their website and I literally wanted every polish. It's so beautiful. So for today, I wanted to use this palette on camera. I've used it a couple of times off camera. You may have seen me talk about it recently in my What's in My Makeup Bag video that I recently uploaded. It was in my makeup bag because I've been kind of dabbling in it, but I wanted to use it on camera. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette, and look how beautiful it is. There are so many gorgeous shades. I really love the formula so far. I'm going to take this pink shade right here called Venusian Orchid, I think is what it's called. I'm going to take that on a fluffy brush and I'm going to start using this as my transition shade. I'm going to go with a little bit just to see if I can kind of make more of a diffused color as my transition. And I'm just going to start buffing this in the crease and a little bit above. But yeah, I know that for so many of you guys, makeup is also an escape for you. It's therapeutic. It definitely is for me, and not just makeup like by myself, but for some reason, makeup on YouTube has always been so therapeutic for me. I love to watch other people's tutorials. There's something about just watching the application of color when it comes to eyeshadow that calms me down. And I know I've seen comments before where you guys have expressed that same thing, that YouTube just helps you escape. And I've even seen comments before where you guys tell me that my videos help you with whatever you're going through, which honestly makes me so happy, because that's the main reason why I do this. I love you guys so much and I want to create that sense of community and creativity and just a place where, like I was saying before, we can all just kind of take a break from everything we're going through and just be present and just create something. It's my favorite thing to do, honestly. I don't know why, but I'm so drawn to this shade right here. This is called Fuchsia Shock. And I think I want to use this all over the eyelid. I'm actually going to take that on my finger and I'm going to just go ahead and press this all over the lid. I think I want to do a halo eye today, so I'm just going to kind of focus this on the center, but I'm kind of taking it into the inner portion of the eye as well as along the outer portion. It's such a pretty color. I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush I was using just to try to smooth out the edges a little bit. I layered on a little bit more of that color and then I'm just diffusing it up into the crease one more time. Let's do the same thing to the other eye. That is such a cool color. I'm really happy with how this looks so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the deeper purple matte shade in the palette, this one right here. It's called Venomous Void. I'm going to take that on a smaller brush, and I'm wanting to start to build up a little bit of depth on the outer portion of the eyelid. And again, I do want to create a little more of a halo shape, so I'm just going to keep it on this outer portion, and then I'm going to kind of layer a little bit of that on the inner portion of the lid as well. I'm going back in with that fluffy brush just to make sure the edges are nice and blended. And now I'm going to dip into this shade right here. It's a really cool color called Electron. And I'm going to start to create a little more of a halo type effect by applying this on the center of the lid. This one is a duochrome. It has a little bit of a blue shift to it, which is really cool. I'm just going to do the same thing and just make sure the edges are blended in the crease with that fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to dip into this shade right here. This is called Cosmic, I think. I'm hoping that I'm reading the names right. The names are like on the back of the palette, and I'm hoping that I'm reading the order right, if that makes sense. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply this in the very, very center of the lid. This one's more of like a glitter topper almost. As you can tell, it has much larger flecks of shimmer in it. I think it's so pretty. And I think it's the one thing that's missing to help kind of complete that dimension. Okay, I really like how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. This is my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. It's just a Lash Paradise kind of a day, you know? I just need very voluminous lashes, especially with this look. I think it'll be really nice. So I'm going to layer this up on just the top lashes for now. And I'm going to go pretty ham on the mascara. Again, I just want that contrast in front of the purple shadow. Okay, now that we have mascara on, let's go ahead and take these eye patches off. Oh wow, it created the most beautiful line without having to use a makeup wipe, which is so fabulous. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go into primer. I wanted to try out this primer with a foundation that I recently got that I haven't tried. And anyway, this is a primer that I love with a lot of foundations, and I wanted to try it with this newer foundation to see how they went together. This is the Dominique Cosmetics and JD Wadey 180 Ultra Hydrating Complexion Primer. It is one of my very favorites. I also wanted to use this because my skin has been a little dry, especially around my nose, from using a lot of tissues for the past few days. So I'm hoping that my dry skin won't be too bad after using this. So yeah, I can't wait to read the comments. If some of you feel like you want to share something that has helped you through hard times, I would love, love, love to read through them. I can't wait to. But I will share with you what has been helping me, because like I said, I just had this realization that I can't be the only one who's feeling this way right now. So even if it's just one of you that's able to relate in any way to what I'm feeling right now, and I know it's more than one of you, I'm hoping that this might help somebody. Now, obviously, I'm still processing everything that's happening right now in my life, but over the past year, I have developed a lot of really great new skills that have helped me so much with my mental health and with increasing my happiness and reducing my anxiety. And it's been such a blessing to me, and I immediately have become even more grateful for that right now, because I feel like I now have better methods of dealing with my emotions right now, which I wouldn't have really known how to do had I not discovered some of these things this year. And so I'm continuing to do those things in my routine. Obviously, it looks a little different right now, and I try to be patient with myself and give myself permission to, again, just be present and let myself feel what I need to feel to process everything that's happening for me right now. But I think overall, the things that I have implemented into my daily life have really helped. One of those things being meditation. I never used to think that I would be someone who would enjoy meditating. I tried it and I couldn't really get into it, and it wasn't until this year that I really got into it. I gave it a fair shot, and honestly, it's been since March, since the beginning of quarantine, that I have been able to use meditation as a way to ground myself, to take a moment for myself and just pause everything, like calm my brain, because I feel like too often not too often, I feel like we are always constantly moving, constantly thinking of what's next, and it's not unless we consciously pause and step away from that through things like meditation that we're able to actually reset. At least that's what I've figured out for myself. It's been amazing. So meditation is something that I've been doing and I've been loving. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and apply this foundation right here. This is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation from NARS. I recently tried this out in a video. I'll have that video linked down below. It's a gorgeous foundation. This is a foundation that people either love or hate. I love it. It doesn't work for some people's skin for some reason, but it works really well for mine. Last time I didn't use a primer. This time I wanted to try it with this one to see if it would look really good or to see if I preferred it without a primer like how I wore it last time. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and start applying this all over the skin. So yeah, meditation has been such an amazing method for me in so many ways, and even on good days, obviously, like especially on good days, because I had a lot of great days this year, and I feel like we don't have to be going through something extra difficult to prioritize self-care and meditation. I think that's actually also part of what I've learned is how important it is to schedule in and prioritize self-care, whatever that looks like for you. I'm just blending this out all over my face. The second thing that has helped me tremendously is practicing gratitude on a daily basis. I talked about this several months back in a video, but I was feeling a little overwhelmed earlier this year, as all of us have probably felt at some point or another, just with everything that's going on. I feel like we've all had to make so many different changes and adjustments to our normal way of life, and anyway, I was feeling a little overwhelmed, and I started to realize that I needed to consciously practice gratitude, because I mean, that's everywhere. We all know that these things are like good for us, but we don't always do them, you know? And I feel like gratitude is one of those things that we always read about as really effective or helpful, but it wasn't until earlier this year that I got really into like a gratitude journal even. I bought myself something called the 5-minute journal that just helped me set my intentions for the day and be more intentional. And there's a little portion in there where I'm able to write things that I'm grateful for, and it's really, really helped me keep a good perspective and, again, remind myself that there's always something good happening. Even in the middle of something extremely, extremely difficult, there is something to be thankful for. And it doesn't mean that it takes away from the pain of whatever you're going through, but it's good to just remind yourself that at the same time, you are receiving blessings. And that's been key for me. Something else that's been really helpful for me, which might seem a little bit strange, but I have tried to make it a priority to learn something every day, and it's really helped me. So during this year, I have discovered new topics that I have just been so incredibly fascinated with, and I've bought books on them on Amazon, I've researched them online, I've watched YouTube videos or TED Talks on each of these topics that I've just become interested in, and I think it really helps to just keep my brain in a good place, like to stay curious and to always recognize that you can grow in some way. That's been really helpful for me too. I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer under the eyes and also in the T-zone. Something specifically that I have become insanely passionate about is gut health. I already kind of was, because I learned a little bit about gut health when I first wanted to like actually heal my skin, and there were a lot of links. I knew there were a lot of links to my gut health and my acne, so I started doing research then. But then last month, I just knew something wasn't right in my gut bacteria. That's a whole other story in and of itself. But basically, I definitely had something that wasn't wrong. I had a lot of strange achings and pains. And long story short, I am finally like on the road to really actually healing my gut. And it has led me to just become so fascinated with all of that. And I've actually been really enjoying a book called The Brain-Gut Connection. And it talks about how your gut flora and your mental health are connected. It's insane. It's so fascinating to me. I'll have that book linked down below as well. I'm still in the middle of reading it, so, you know, I guess I shouldn't fully recommend something I haven't fully read, but I'm probably halfway through it, and it's been so fascinating to me. And it has helped me so much. Also with recognizing how important it is to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, because in a nutshell, if you're stressed, you can't digest, which wreaks havoc on your entire body. So I've learned that it's important for me to be really conscious of my stress levels, do everything I can to ground myself, which again, meditation has helped that as well. But yeah, I've just learned a lot and it's been so fun. I really think learning something new every day, it has helped me so much. It just helps me get my mind off of things. It helps me stay present. I feel productive. And it doesn't have to be like anything crazy. You could learn how to do a new technique with makeup and that makes you feel really great. You know, it doesn't have to be all scientific-y like the gut-brain connection, but for me right now, that's just the most fascinating thing to me, and it's been helping me a lot with everything. I'm using my Thrive Cosmetics loose powder to just set the face. All right, we're going back into eyes. I'm gonna take that really cool violet shade, or fuchsia color, whatever you wanna call it. And I'm gonna run that across the entire lower lash line. This is seriously one of the coolest eyeshadow colors. After I apply that along the lower lash line, and I kind of kept most of the pigment up toward the actual lash line so that most of the pigment is closest to my waterline, if that makes sense. So now I'm just taking that same brush with whatever's left and diffusing it downward to create a little bit of a gradient. Honestly, I feel like that's all I want to do on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on mascara to the lower lashes. I'm using the same L'Oreal mascara. I'm going to go back in with my sponge just over the powder and press that down into the skin a little more. I always like to do this to make things look more natural and just help everything melt into the skin a little better. All right, let's go ahead and bronze up the complexion. I'm going to be using my Benefit Hoola bronzers. I have two shades that I like to mix, the original and Hoola Light. I'm going to start off with the original Hoola. I'm just going to start to warm up the complexion under the cheeks, along the forehead, and kind of into the hairline as well. Then I'm taking it along the jawline and also down the neck. Okay, so now that we have a little bit of a base structure, this is where I take my Hoola Light bronzer, which is well loved as you can see, and I like to just kind of buff over top of everything. And I'm not as precise with this one, so that I can kind of create a little bit of a gradient, if that makes sense. Like I keep the darker one closer to the hairline and the darker one a little bit more precise in the contour areas. And then this one I feel like I can just kind of buff everywhere and it looks really nice and natural and kind of helps everything blend together. I feel like my brows kind of got a little unruly, so I'm just going to go ahead and brush those up. Okay, for blush I wanted to use an Hourglass blush. I might use this one. I've been so into both of these colors. Sublime Flush is so gorgeous. I love this one, but also I recently picked up this one called Luminous Flush, and I don't know which one to use. I'm kind of leaning toward this one, but I use it so much, and I've used it more than this one, so I'm going to use Luminous Flush with this look. I feel like it'll still look really nice, because yeah, I want to develop a little bit more of a solid opinion on this. I already know I love this blush, but what I mean by that is I just want to become more familiar with it, I guess. I'm just going to apply that to the apples of the cheeks. And I'm going to blend it a little higher on the cheeks than normal, just with whatever's left on the brush. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab a highlighter. Let me do that really quickly before I forget. Look what I found, you guys. The Balm Mary Luminizer. I haven't used this in so long. I really want to use it today, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my highlight brush and just highlight away. Oh my goodness, I forgot how pretty this is. I'm going to apply that down the nose as well and on the Cupid's bow. And I'm taking a little bit under the brow as well, right here. And I also want to take a little bit of that on a smaller brush and apply it in the inner corner of the eye to brighten. Oh, I just thought of one more thing that I would love to share with you guys as far as something that has helped me so much recently. I kind of mentioned it briefly before, I guess, but my husband and I both have realized in our own ways this year how important it is to be present. I feel like that's another thing that we hear all the time along with gratitude, you know, it's kind of similar in that way. But being present literally slows down time. And I feel like if we are not present, which so often we're not, I know I'm not, it's something I'm working on like crazy right now. It really is so easy though to get caught up in the future and what could happen, or just the worries of things that you have to do in an hour or in a week from now. And I feel like when we get stuck in that, we literally rob ourselves from the joys of what's happening right now. And it's not to say that you don't complete those tasks, but what I'm saying is it's just so important. And I've realized this, especially for myself. It's been amazing to recognize that when I am fully present, that I'm able to fully enjoy what I'm doing. I get so much more out of it because I'm not trying to multitask. I'm recognizing that my brain and my attention can only be focused fully on one thing at a time. And I'm personally recognizing like the power in that and in allowing myself to be present and be focused on one thing at a time, and how it slows down time for me. Like literally it has. I'll use YouTube as an example. I feel like so often I used to live in the future as far as, oh, I've got to film 3 videos this week. And so I would be sitting and filming and like being half present, but also thinking about all the other things I had to do. And it was fine, so I thought, like the videos got done or whatever, but it's been so much better for me to recently try to practice when I sit down to film, I can only film. So I might as well make it the best thing I can make it, which means that I have to be fully focused and present. And it's been the best thing in the world. So I have loved that. My husband has also been trying to do that in his life, and we have just been in awe at how incredible it's shifted things for us. And then along with that, being still. And I think meditation for me, again, is that way for me to find stillness. Because I think a lot of times too, we think that we have to be doing something to accomplish things. When in reality, I've recognized that the more quiet time I have and like time to myself that I have, the more guided I am, the more inspiration I receive, the more clarity I have. It's really kind of ironic. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well, because it's been like a theme, I would say, in my life for the past several months. Okay, I'm so excited to put these on my lips. I went a little bit ham with the new Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. She restocked some of her old colors. And she also brought in some new ones. She brought in some glosses. If you're not familiar with Lisa Eldridge, I will have her channel linked down below, although I'm sure a lot of you do know who she is. But she has been someone who I've watched for so long here on YouTube. I just love her videos, and also I'm obsessed with her lipsticks. Her formulas are so incredible. So I picked up quite a few things, but I'm only gonna choose one color to wear. So I actually bought these sets. She launched lip liners, the lipstick, and a gloss in this little bag. And I bought 3 different colors. So let me just try to figure out which color I want to use. I bought Velvet Muse, which is a gorgeous kind of a nude color. That could be really nice. Like, look at this. It literally looks like velvet. If you've seen them in person before, her lipsticks are stunning. I literally want them all, but I figured I should probably not go too crazy and just collect them slowly. Let's see, I also have the shade Velvet Beauty, which is a really gorgeous pink. I bought the shade Velvet Carnival, which is definitely too much for this look, but so much fun. I love a good bold lipstick color. And then I have Velvet Blush, which is really nice too, but I almost think it's a little too deep for the eye look that I have going on. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off the foundation that got on the lips. Okay, I think I wanna use the shade Velvet Muse. So I'm gonna take the Enhance and Define Lip Pencil from Lisa Eldridge, and this is in the shade Muse, so it matches the lipstick. I'm gonna go ahead and line the lips with this. I really like the formula of this. It feels really nice on the lips. Then of course I'm gonna take the Velvet Muse lipstick and layer that on top. And then I wanna try her gloss. What are these called? I think they're just called lip gloss. Gloss Embrace, and again, this is in the shade Muse. I'm gonna apply this right on top. I haven't tried this yet. Looks really nice. Wow, that trio all together looks so pretty on the lips. I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's step back and assess the situation. I'm gonna take what's left on the bronzer brush and just go over the face one more time. I'm also gonna take that fluffy eyeshadow brush and just make sure that it's blended high enough into the brow. Okay, let's go ahead and set the face. I'm gonna be using my Dominique Cosmetics and JD Wadey 180 Ultra Hydrating Fine Mist. Actually, before that, I'm just gonna pop a little more blush onto the cheeks, just with whatever's left on the brush. All right, now we're gonna spray the face. I'm gonna get my handy fan. And then of course I'm gonna go over everything with my sponge one more time. I love this sponge. It's from Flower Beauty. I just recently picked it back up again and it's so nice. I love it. As always, last but not least, I'm gonna take my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter just to lock in the brows. All right, you guys, so that completes the makeup look. I love how it turned out. This video was really, really helpful for me, so thank you so much to everybody who watched the entire video. I hope you guys found it helpful in some way, and I hope you were able to take some time away from your busy lives just to enjoy playing with makeup, and if you didn't get to yet, make sure that you schedule some time for yourself today. I think we all need that permission and that reminder. But yeah, again, you guys, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for this channel. I'm so grateful for this community that we've created. It's so special to me, honestly. The relationship that we have with each other, and like sitting here filming this was just proof to me again and how much I love doing this, how therapeutic this is for me, and how much I need this escape in my life. I love to play with makeup. It's my favorite thing to do to get my mind off of anything and to make me feel better. It's seriously my favorite outlet. And so again, thank you guys for allowing me to do this every single day. I feel so blessed that this is my job, and it doesn't feel like a job. I would do this anyway all day, every day, but I'm just so grateful that I have your support that allows me to do it on a daily basis. I just love you guys so much, and I want you to know that I was thinking about all of you guys over the past few days, because again, I just know that I'm not the only one who has experienced this before. I know so many of you guys have gone through this or are going through this alongside of me, and so I want you to know that I am thinking about you guys and I'm praying for you. And I hope you guys can feel that we're all in this together, not to be High School Musical-y, but truly. I feel like it's really reassuring to know that we can have each other and lean on each other and send love to each other and lift each other up. We just need more of that. So I'm grateful for you guys because you do that all the time for me and for everybody else in the comments. And I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, if you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. Again, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. It truly was exactly what I needed today to sit down and film this. So thank you again for watching. I truly hope you all stay safe and stay healthy. I love you all so much, and you are in my thoughts and prayers. It's been quite a year for all of us, so just know that I love you, and I look forward to chatting with you guys every single time I post a video. Again, I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!